Welcome back to my channel. I'm on board a very special Alm Trawler 1600 AD. She has been kept in absolutely fantastic condition. I really can't wait to show you around the layout, the engine room setup, how the boat is configured, the helm station. There's so much to love about this boat. Please make sure you stay tuned. Before I do show you around, please don't forget to give the video a like. I really would appreciate it if you can just hit that subscribe button. The more subscribers I get, the more boats like this I can get on. So thanks for sticking with me. Let me show you around, and I'm really interested to read what you think of this boat in the comments. This is a steel-built Alm Trawler 1600 AD constructed by Yacht-built Alm in the Netherlands in 2012. She is CE category A rated and designed for extended offshore cruising in tough conditions. Think force 8 winds and 4-meter seas or more. The hull is a multi-chined truss design built from 6mm thick steel plates with a 5mm steel superstructure. Her hull form and displacement profile give her excellent directional stability and a soft ride through chop, especially at displacement speeds. She's fitted with DMS Magnus stabilisers for added roll control underway, making her a capable long-range cruiser, whether you're coastal hopping or crossing open water. In terms of dimensions, she's 17.5 meters in length, which is just under 57.5 feet. Her beam is 4.85 meters or nearly 16 feet, and her draft comes in at 1.35 meters, which is around 4 feet and 5 inches. Okay, let's jump on board and I shall show you around the upper deck first. As you can see over here on the port side, we have the boarding gate, and that is what I'm going to use to jump onto the boat from the pontoon. So one step up. First and foremost, you will notice we've got a nice decent sized side deck over here on the port side. In terms of safety, really nice high gunnels on here, lots of scuppers down there as well. So when you are beating through the rough stuff, the chances of any surface water staying on board for any length of time are very slim, thanks to the number of scuppers you've got here. We also have a nice high sea railing that runs all the way aft. And I do like the fact as well that this is covered. So if I just stop and spin around and face forward, from this angle you'll get an idea of the shear of the boat, but also you can see just how wide the side deck is and also how it is covered by the overhang up there as well. But as you walk up and down here, you're not having to spin around. There's plenty of room for when you're working the lines and your crew are working the lines as well. Let's head aft and I'll show you out onto the cockpit, and I'll show you the swim platform as well before we take a look around the upper deck, and then we will go inside and check out the interior spaces. But as you can see, a very decent sized cockpit here. We have some seating just along the transom, and over here on the port side we have another boarding gate, and that leads down onto the swim platform. As I peer over here, you can see we've got the passerelle over here on the port side as well, and we have a very nice sized swim platform, so really good access in and out of the water. And if I just walk over to the starboard side and just lean over, you'll see as well we do have a swim ladder just down there. So yeah, if you are on here with your family and you want to enjoy some water or some swimming experiences, it's very easy to get on and off the boat thanks to the swim platform and obviously the swimming ladder as well. But yeah, very, very nice setup. You'll see over there on the starboard quarter we have got some twin bollards there. So again, working the lines on this boat is incredibly straightforward. And of course, if I just turn around and show you over on the port quarter, you can see we've got another couple of bollards there as well.
Here are the controls for the hydraulic passerelle. It's a Bisonzoni system neatly mounted in the cockpit for easy access when you're boarding the vessel from the stern.
Underneath that hatch is where we get access to the spacious lazarette, and over here on the starboard side is where we get access down into the engine room. So make sure you stay tuned because we'll finish the boat tour in the engine room. So if you haven't already, please also don't forget to give the video a like, and also don't forget to subscribe as well. The subscriber numbers are really important and it really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. As we look on the deck head up here, you can see we've got plenty to grab onto. So if you are out here at sea and it is quite choppy, you've got something to grab onto to make sure that you're nice and safe up here. Through there obviously is where we find the saloon, and we're going there in a second. But note the double doors out here, the big doors that allow you to have a really seamless interaction between this part of the boat and also the saloon and galley, which is located over there on the starboard side. I love the fact we have a traditional ship's bell up here as well. But if I just stand over here on the starboard side and just pan around nice and slowly, so you get a good feel for how this area is laid out and just how functional it is as well. Just down here we have a tap for the deck wash. Very handy and very straightforward. I'll lift open one of these for you, just so you can see how much storage space you get under here in terms of your fenders and your lines and whatever else it is that you need to stow away. Right, let's head up to the bow and we'll move forward along the starboard side deck. Down here is where we find the filler cap for the diesel tanks. But yeah, like I said, on the port side, you know, walking around this boat on the upper deck is very easy and very cluster free, which is really important. If you're going to be operating this boat as a couple, assuming one of you is going to be at the helm and the other one's going to be out here handling the lines, this layout really does make operating the boat and bringing it alongside and casting off very straightforward. Just down here is where we find the starboard boarding gate. And there we go, look, we'll head up to the bow. But look at how the bow flares out as well. So, you know, being an all steel boat with a steel hull, a steel superstructure, a steel deck, this boat really is designed to take on some gnarly weather. And you can see how the flare of the bow would help to keep the waves, or as much as the spray from the waves as possible, from coming out onto the upper deck. But yeah, this area here, this is part of the superstructure. You can see it's raised, and when we go down below, you'll note how that allows you to have as maximum amount of headroom down there as possible. I have a skylight just over there, and if I move forward, you'll find we have a seating area there as well. So when the cushions are out and you're underway, it's a great place to come and sit down and enjoy that beautiful view. Now, this is the first time I've been here, and I said to the broker, next time I come here, I think I'll definitely stay at that hotel, because their office is just over there. So it's a really nice setup over here. I absolutely love it. Moving back to the boat, if I come all the way up to the bow and just spin around, just so you can get an idea of the lines on this beautiful superstructure.
Up here on the bow you will of course find a heavy duty electric windlass that is paired with a stainless steel anchor and chain setup. The anchor is deployed through a bow roller with solid reinforcement around the pulpit. The system is controlled both locally and from the helm as well, giving you additional flexibility whether you're solo cruising or anchoring with crew.
Okay, let's head back down towards the stern along the port side deck. You note as well we have a door over here on the port side that leads into the pilot house, as well as over there on the starboard side as well. And just beneath this door you can see we've got some portholes. And one of the things that is very prominent throughout this boat is just how much space there is in terms of the volume, but also how much natural light you get as well in the accommodation areas. So we'll have a look at that in closer detail in just a second. But first, let me take you into the saloon. Over here on the port side, we have a seating area, very comfortable. If I come over here and just sit down and just bring the camera up to my eye line, you get a really good idea of just how functional this space is. It's very bright, it's very airy, lots of natural light coming in here. And yeah, it just feels very, very cozy, very nice and very smart. This boat has been incredibly well maintained. Credit to the current owner. They've done a fantastic job keeping this boat in really, really good condition. Over here on the starboard side is where we find the galley. We do have a fiddle that runs around the countertop as well, and just over here we find the double stainless steel sink. Really nice view when you're cooking up a meal. Very nice big windows here. And I do like the fact as well that when you are in the galley cooking up a meal, you can easily chat to the other guests on board as well, because obviously we've got the seating area just down here, but as you'll see in a minute, we've got another seating area over there as well. And you can see just up there on the port side is where we find the helm station, which we will have a look at in a minute. But back to the galley, Miele dishwasher just down there, some more cabinetry over to our right. Just up here we have the 4-burner Miele induction hob with an extractor fan just above it. And if I open up this one here, there we go, look, plenty of space. You can see how far back and how deep those drawers go. So you can definitely get enough gear on here for an extended voyage. But a very, very nice layout. Just up here, if I move forward, you can see we've got the controls for the Whisper generator. So a very good location for the controls there for the generator. So when you are powering stuff up here, when you turn on the induction hob, if you are at anchor and you want to top up the batteries, then yeah, you can just fire up that generator and top up the batteries. Moving forward, we have the TV entertainment system, and over here on our starboard side is where we find the U-shaped seating area. Again, if I come over here and just take a seat and just show you really how easy it is to interact with everybody who is occupying this part of the boat, you know, whether it's going to be somebody who's in the galley, whether you've got someone over there just sitting down enjoying reading a book, or you want to chat to the skipper whilst you're underway. Very, very nice layout. And you'll notice as well, again, on the deck head, there are loads of handrails, plenty to grab onto when you're moving around the boat if you are out in rough seas. So very, very good safety features throughout this boat. Just over there underneath the seating area on the port side aft is where we find the stowage for the life jackets as well. But yeah, I can imagine sitting here with my wife and kids and friends, enjoying a meal, really taking in the surroundings thanks to the plentiful windows all around the boat. It's a very, very nice feel and I absolutely love it. Over here we have the controls for the climate, power adapter over there, another one just over there, and you can see we've got the vents in the cabinetry. Now if I just step up, over here is where we find the fridge freezer. So this one here is the fridge, and you can see we've got plenty of space in there for all your beers, and underneath that is the freezer. There's no point me opening that up. You know what a freezer looks like. As I move forward up to the helm station, there we go, wait for the comms to stop. You can see we step up and move over to the port side, and here is where we find the helm station. Now, one of the first things I noticed as soon as I saw this was just how modernised everything is on here. You'll see straight away we've got two massive screens here, multi-function displays. I'll just turn that down. Two massive multi-function displays here, so you can have a radar picture on one, you can have your digital charts on the other. This boat does have 2 radars, but you can see straight away you will get really good situational awareness. For me, I always love helm stations. The more screens the better, the bigger the screens the better, because of that situational awareness. It just means that you can get a really good idea of what is going on around you with a quick look at either of these 2 really big displays. Up here on the brow we've got the VHF radio just to our left, another control panel for the generator, Furuno autopilot controls up there as well, and you can see over to the right we have the controls for the spotlight and the diagram for all of the nav lights as well, and bilge alarms just there as well. Moving down to the actual helm position itself, over here on the left hand side of the helm position we have the controls for the hydraulic bow thruster, the hydraulic stern thruster there as well. Over there we have the controls for the lights, the deck lights, the wipers, and just moving over to our right you can see we've got the control panel for the port engine, and of course the control panel for the starboard engine as well. And in terms of controlling the displays, the multifunction displays, here we have our trackpad and mouse and everything else we need just to pull up whatever picture it is we want to be looking at whilst we are underway. I really like this traditional ship's wheel there as well, very nice touch. And moving over here to our right is where we find the throttle control levers for the twin engines. And just down there, if I show you The builder's plate, as you can see, CE category A, and some other information on there as well for you. And if I just come over here now, as you can see, you can move the seat according to where you want it, or if you just want to stand up and helm the boat without sitting down, you can just move that seat out of the way. But if I just move it over here a little bit and just bring the camera up to my eye level, you can see as I pan around nice and slowly so you don't get motion sickness, you get really good visibility around all sectors of this boat, of course leading out onto the cockpit as well. So if you are moving the boat alongside or casting off and the weather's decent, you've got those doors open into the cockpit, it gives you even better field of view as well. Over here to our starboard side we have a seating area, so if your guests want to come and enjoy the view whilst you're underway, it's a great place for them to come and sit down. This cabinetry means you've got some more storage just under there as well. And if those two massive multifunction displays aren't enough in terms of your navigation, you want to revert to paper charts, then you've got a navigation table just over here to the right hand side of the helm position. So yeah, you can set up your charts as well. If you want to get old school and bring these paper charts out, you can of course do that, thanks to this fantastic area that does have some more power sockets over there as well. You can see these big windows as well. The window in the middle there actually can be opened up. So again, if you are at anchor and you want to get some really nice cool sea breeze blowing through the boat, you can open that up, open the doors up to the pilot house, and of course have the doors out onto the cockpit open as well. So you get a really nice flow of air coming all through the boat. And again, if I look up onto the deck head, you can see we've got another grab rail. And this grab rail goes all the way across from our left over to our right. So again, plenty to hang on to. Before I go down into the accommodation area, let me just come back over here and give you a nice slow pan all around the internal part of this beautiful, beautiful boat, just so you can take it all in. Very, very nice. What do you think so far? Please let me know in the comments. Okay, let's come down these steps so I can show you through the accommodation area.
Just as a reminder, this boat sleeps 6 people across 3 separate cabins, making it ideal for families or guests.
Moving forward, we have the owner's cabin just through here. As you can see, very, very nicely laid out. Plenty of space in here. Over here to our right, we have some hanging locker space. Just above that, we have a porthole that can be opened up. And obviously at the beginning of the boat tour, when I showed you the part of the superstructure that is raised, well, we are underneath that part right now. And what that means is that I can stand in here being 6'4", and I don't have to crouch down because there is plenty of headroom. We have a skylight just above us. Over to our port side, we have another porthole, a TV over on that bulkhead, and just below that we have one of the digital controls for the climate control, and some more hanging locker space over there to our left hand side. But you can walk either side of the bed as well. This raised island bed, you can walk either side of it. So when you're getting up in the morning or when you're getting your head down at night after a hard day's work at sea, you're not going to be clambering over each other. And you can see just beneath that we have some more storage as well. And if I come back in again and just spin around over to my right, over here on the starboard side, you can see we have a very, very decent sized head in here. Very spacious. Sink immediately to our left. Portholes just up here. Again, both of these can be opened up. Another mirror to practice your salutes. And we have a heated towel rail over there on that bulkhead with our toilet just down there. But yeah, this is a really, really big sized head. Very nice. And again, plenty of headroom down here as well. Really well lit as well. You've got the spotlights on the deck head. And also, of course, thanks to the portholes, plenty of natural light coming in here. Right, let's move back out into the master cabin. We'll turn around and head aft. And just through here, behind this door, is where we find the shower. So shower over here on our right hand side. Nice size shower in there. Porthole just up there. plenty of space in here. And if I just step backwards again, you'll see we've got the toilet just down there, and above that another porthole, a sink over there to our right, another heated towel rail just there. And if you are wondering where the washer dryer is, there it is, just under there. So yes, very, very functional, very nice layout. Let's come out here and shut this door again. Now down here is where we find the guest accommodation. So over to the right of your screen, that is the port cabin, and opposite that is obviously the starboard cabin. So let's step down here. I'll show you around the twin single cabin. Open up this door, and as you can see, just up there, so those are the two windows that are just below the port door that leads into the pilot house. They can be opened up. You've got some more portholes underneath them as well. Plenty of headroom down here for your guests, so your guests aren't going to have to be crouched down when they're moving around their cabin, which is always good to know. Some cabinetry just there with some nice deep drawers. And if I just spin around and come and sit over on this bed, you can see we've got a TV on that bulkhead. But yeah, very, very nice layout, very spacious. And I think this would be a very, very comfortable cabin for your guests. I think they'll enjoy it in here. Again, if this was my boat, this is probably where either my son or my daughter would come and kip. Probably my daughter actually. But yeah, there would be plenty of space in here for her anyway. She could keep all of her stuff in those hanging lockers and get a really nice view as well. Okay, let's stand up and we'll go over to the other guest cabin. Now this is being used just as storage at the moment, but you get a really good idea anyway of how much space you get in here. Nice big double bed. You can walk along this side towards the cabinetry. And again, as is the case on the other cabin, plenty of headroom down here as well. Lots of natural light. TV just over there. And some portholes up there. Those two can be opened up. The upper two can be opened up as well. But we've got some reading lights over here. But yeah, again, a very, very nice cabin. Actually thinking about it, this is probably the cabin my daughter would want. And the other cabin is probably the one that my daughter would tell my son he has to have. Right, let's pop open up this. So you've got some more locker space in there as well. In this cabin, you can control the climate control independently in here as well, as is the case with the other cabin. So yeah, there we go. That's the three cabins covered. Come back out into the companionway. Back up these steps. And I think what we will do now is we'll head up onto the Flybridge and show you around there, and then we'll go down into the engine room. So access up onto the Flybridge. Up here over on this staircase on the left hand side or on the port hand side, something to grab onto as we're making our way up here. But you'll notice straight away as soon as we come up just how much space you get up here. Is absolutely vast. As we head aft, you can see we've got the chocks there for the tender.
As you can see, the setup here is very straightforward, and of course there is lots of space aft of the radar mast. High guardrails are also present, which is very important in terms of safety when you're up here. Mounted up on the mast, you'll find twin Furuno radar scanners, part of a full navigation suite that includes AIS, autopilot and GPS. The mast itself is robustly constructed and rigged with tension lines. The tension lines are here because this mast carries a heavy load. These stainless stays help prevent flex and vibration, especially in rough conditions. They also keep the mast stable, reduce strain on the mounting points, and protect the accuracy of all of the equipment up top. You have probably already noticed, but the tender is launched and recovered using a boom and winch system located aft of the mast.
Look how much deck space you get here. So you can put some freestanding furniture around here and set it up exactly how you want it. You could even get a DJ up here as well. Let's face it, you could get a DJ over there and turn this area into a bit of a nightclub setup, which yeah, I'm sure your guests would absolutely love that. Over here on the starboard side, just outboard, we have one of the life rafts, or the life raft on board. Really good location up here as well. You can see that if that is jettisoned over the starboard side, it's not going to bump into anything, straight into the water. Over there on the starboard side, on that arm, we have the GPS aerial, and over here is where we find the helm station for the Flybridge. Amidships here. So yeah, very, very handy setup. Just over there to the right of the helm station, we have some more seating. And of course that backrest can be moved forward as well. So if you want to reconfigure the seating up here, you can do. Moving forward, I'll show you what we've got on the helm position. Controls for the bow and stern thruster over there to our left. And as we move over to our right, you'll see the controls there for the port engine and the controls for the starboard engine. And just to the right of that is where we find the throttle control levers for the twin engines. Decent sized windshield up here as well. So if you are up here motoring through the gnarly weather, you're not going to be buffeted by the wind. And here you can see, of course, you can shut that when it's not in use. But yeah, I think what I would do before I take you down to the engine room, if I just come over to the port side up here and just slowly show you how this is all laid up.
In case you are wondering, the air draft of the boat is 4.3 meters, but you can actually lower the radar mast if you need to, which is really important for inland waterway cruising.
A very, very nice setup. I absolutely love it. And in case you are wondering, when you are launching and recovering the tender, all you have to do is just unclip that part of the railing there, over there on the starboard side, as is the case over there on the port side as well. Look at this little boat here. That's probably within my budget actually. I could probably get one of them. But yeah, you can actually hire out some boats here. So these boats that you can see just coming out, you can hire these boats out if you're staying at that hotel, have a little nice motor around this area. And I think if I come back here to do some more filming, I will definitely do that. So I might even hire one of those boats out and let you know how that goes with my wife and kids. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go back down the ladder so I can take you into the engine room. And I think you're going to be very, very impressed. So just back through here, back through the saloon. And remember, we get access down into the engine room via the door that's over here on the starboard side that leads directly down into the engine room. So let's descend and have a look so I can show you what we've got.
Starting on the starboard side of the engine room, first we find the Kabola HR500 heating system. It's a diesel-fired unit that provides silent hydronic heat throughout the vessel, including all cabins and heads. Next, let's take a look at the tanks, starting with the starboard side. Here we've got one of the two 1,925 litre fuel tanks. That's about 508 US gallons, with the main battery bank mounted directly above. Over on the port side is the second 1,925 litre tank, bringing the total fuel capacity to 3,850 litres, or just over 1,017 US gallons. Powering this boat are twin IVECO N67 diesel engines, each delivering 150 horsepower. They're paired with ZF gearboxes and aquadrive shafts. Midway through the engine bay, you'll see the Hydroster hydraulic power pack, which drives both the bow and stern thrusters. Just alongside it are the primary fuel filters, positioned for easy access and inspection. It's a clean, well laid out engine room with good access on all sides for maintenance and servicing. But from what you've seen so far, what do you think of this engine bay? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Tucked neatly in the engine room is a Whisper Power 6 kW generator, providing silent and efficient power for onboard systems when you're off grid or at anchor. Mounted on the aft bulkhead just to the left of the engine room entrance is the Whisper Power battery charger and inverter setup. It's cleanly installed with heavy duty cabling and secure routing throughout. Next to that is the DC distribution panel with labelled breakers, inline fuses and isolation switches, all neatly arranged for easy access and diagnostics. The boat is fitted with DMS Magnus stabilisers, which help reduce roll and improve comfort underway. She does cruise efficiently at around 8 knots, and based on her 3,850 litre fuel capacity, I estimate a range around 1,000 nautical miles. That's an approximation, of course. Actual range will vary depending on conditions, load and setup. At the time of uploading this video to my channel, Lizzy is currently listed for sale. For more information, just head to my Linktree page. A big thanks to Sturkenberg Yacht Brokers and the owner for letting me show you around. If you've got access to a boat you'd like me to feature, you can get in touch via the Linktree page as well. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.